always get a chance to make a first impression. But offensive lineman Laupepa Latuli and roughly 24 other former Warriors will get to do just that at Thursday's Pro Day in California. A year ago, Latuli had time to burn as he waited for word on whether he'd be granted an extra season in Manoa. So, on the advice of his uncle, he put his skills on display at the Warriors Pro Day.
This is round 2, and I already know what's happening, what's going to happen, and it does give me a little edge. This Pro Day, I'm anxious to go out there and show him what I got.
In order to show more of what he's got, Laupepa's lost a lot of what he had. At UH, Laupepa tipped the scales at 330 pounds. NFL scouts said it was too much. He's lost 30 pounds of fat since. He hopes his hard work pays off on Thursday.
I just want to run under 5 with a 40 and maybe low 4.4s or 4.3s in the shuttle, which is crazy because those are numbers that usually linebackers or, other guys run.
UH coach Rich Miano helped spearhead the Warriors Pro Day on the mainland more than a decade ago. And while the numbers can't project what type of football player these guys will become, Miano knows it can open up doors.
We expect a few of our guys to be drafted this year, but we expect more than that to become free agents. And sometimes a guy like Ray Hisataki last year, 1-year starter on the offensive line, he did so well at the Pro Day and he was so athletic that he got into a training camp. But the main thing is that these guys get an opportunity to get into somebody's training camp and to make an NFL team.
Breakdowns in labor talks between NFL owners and the Players Association has kept next season in limbo. And while there are a number of other pro football leagues around, Laupepa says his vision of playing on Sundays remains clear.
I know I can compete at that level, and that's fine. Going to that East-West front game kind of showed me, opened my eyes a lot because, there are a lot of big-name schools there, and I was just shutting it down. It just kind of drove me, is that, field of my fire, and I was like, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what I can do.
Hawaii's Pro Day begins at 9 a.m. Thursday and is scheduled between the USC and UCLA Pro Days to improve the chances that more NFL scouts are in attendance. There aren't many professions that hire you based simply on how fast you can run a 40-yard dash or bench press 225 pounds. But the NFL does. And 15 former Warriors auditioned at their Pro Day in Carson, California today. And in front of roughly 50 professional football scouts, receiver Kealoha Pilares made his debut in running drills, something he wasn't able to do at the NFL Combine because of a recovering leg injury. Pilares ran a 4.42 in the 40-yard dash, and he had a 40-inch vertical. According to UH coach Rich Miano, he may have made a big enough impression to jump from a free agent to a draft prospect. But Miano said the biggest surprise had to go to safety Mana Silva.
Mana Silva had texted me about a week ago and he said, Coach, I'm going to put up some crazy numbers. And I know he's been training. He was phenomenal. Again, a 40-inch vertical jump, 4.4 seconds, the 40-yard dash. His pro agility, his change of direction was great. But he had the scouts buzzing. I would imagine he went from a free agent to a draft pick, and he really had one of the best days I've seen in a long time.
The NFL draft is scheduled to take place on April 28th.
Finished a 40 in 4.42 seconds, one of 17 former U.S. football players participating in Pro Day drills in Carson, California today, hoping to impress more than 50 NFL coaches and scouts. Safety Mana Silva recorded a 40-inch vertical jump, and offensive tackle Laupepa Latuli bench pressed 225 pounds 35 times. NFL draft is set for April 28th.